up, guys? It's Bunny and Flash, and we're here to talk about like mental health. So, Flash is my emotional support animal. I made him my emotional support animal because I've been through a lot of things, trauma wise, throughout the years. Suffered through anxiety, depression, and after experiencing a bad relationship physically, and it was mentally abusive, developed PTSD. So I never thought at the time I needed an emotional support animal, but then I was put in a situation where I wanted a dog, and where I was staying at, I wanted to be able to bring him in. So I was like, you know what? I'm going through a lot, and uh, I figured, I need an emotional support animal. And at the time, I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, I want a dog. Let me just get a dog, and this is the dog I want, and what have you. But for me, I got him for many reasons. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't think about it at the time. I wanted to have that unconditional love that I couldn't get from a significant other, from family members, from certain friends that I thought were my friends. And having him, I knew that he would love me no matter what. Like, he would always be there waiting for me, looking for me, um, wondering where I was at. Whereas people will, they say they look out for you, but as soon as you tell them that you have some type of problem or you want to talk about certain problems, they don't want to hear it. Let me lower that down. I'm watching Four Brothers on TV in the living room, and you know, like for example, like if you tell somebody you suffer through anxiety and depression, a lot of people say, "Oh, just get past that. That was your past. Like, don't worry about it. This, that, and the third." But a lot of people don't understand that when you suffer through anxiety and depression, that's not something that you wake up tomorrow and you're just over it. But you'll have good days and you'll have bad days. You'll have days where you wake up and you'll be really, really good and you'll be really content with everything that's going on in your life. And then one bad thing could go wrong, or you could just wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or you just like sit back and think about things that go on in your everyday life, and all that will hit you all at once. And it'll be crazy because you won't really expect it at the time. And then PTSD is just, it's like, it's so hard to explain because I feel like everybody experience mental illness in a different way of how they deal with it and how they experience it. Like for me, it's just like the trauma of like someone being with someone and opening up to someone, thinking that they're gonna be, you know, there for me and protect me from danger and be my loving significant other, and then having to fear them doing something and putting their hands on me or whatever. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to get over that. Like Flash helps me out a lot. He gives me a reason to wake up every day. Like I feel like if I didn't have him, well, and other than the fact that I have to get up and go to an everyday job, I don't think I would have a reason to get up in the morning. Like I wouldn't see a reason why I would need to get up in the morning. Like I said, if I didn't have a job and had to get up for him and take him out and do things for him, on a day-to-day basis, I don't think I would have a reason to get up. I think I would literally probably just stay in bed and just wallow in my own self-pity, or just like stay in bed and just not do anything productive. So he gives me a reason to get up and feel like I'm doing something productive and taking care of somebody that needs me. And I think for me, that helps me a lot, knowing that I have someone that needs me. Like, he'll always need me until, you know, he's no longer around. And I've always need that, and I think that's why I always had animals. He just happens to be the first animal I've had that was my emotional support animal. And for me, I think it helps a lot. It's not gonna be the cure to whatever issues you're suffering through. It'll help you a lot having, whatever animal. It doesn't have to be a dog. It could be a cat, it could be a bird, whatever makes you feel better to like wake up to. But um the the urge to have someone to take care of that isn't gonna judge you, isn't gonna be mad if you make mistakes, isn't gonna turn their back on you because you didn't do something 100% the way they wanted it. They're still gonna be like, well, you're still here for me. You're still doing what you're supposed to do for me. So I'm gonna be here for you. So, and I think that helps me. But like I said, like that's only gonna help so much. If your issues are um, really bad, um, I would say that you need to consider like maybe an emotional support animal, or and also like maybe therapy, and maybe try to see if you can find friends that you could trust, that you can confide in, and see if that helps with your, whether it's anxiety, depression, PTSD, whatever it is, because it's hard. And when you feel like you're going through it alone, it makes it even worse. And it makes it even harder to deal with because you don't feel like you have anybody to go to. Because, like I was saying earlier, a lot of people, when you say you suffer through anxiety, depression, they're like, oh, it's all in your head. Just wake up and get over it. It was your past. Like, don't think about it. Don't worry about it. But people don't realize, like, that's not the case. Because it's not like you're talking about being sad. And it's the same when people talk about being suicidal. A lot of people think when someone talks, not everybody, but there's a lot of people out there that think that when someone talks about being suicidal, that they're a weak individual and that they can't deal with life, and they don't understand that you're in a really dark place. I've gone to that place. I've tried to take my own life a few times. Luckily, I guess someone upstairs was looking out for me, and it didn't happen. I managed to make it through. But you get to a very dark place. You don't see any hope. You don't see any resolution to your problem. And you're just like in a really ugly place, in a really ugly state of mind. And if you don't have anybody there for you, or you don't have anybody listening to what you have to say, it makes it even worse, and it makes it harder for you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Um, and it's really hard to explain if someone can't relate. And I've noticed a lot of people who can't relate are people who are also suffering through their own type of trauma or mental illness that they're not willing to admit to, or they're not willing to go to a therapist or get psychically analyzed to find out if they do have underlying issues. And they're so quick to point the finger and talk about, well, what's wrong with you? but they probably have a whole laundry list of problems themselves. Yo, look at this man. He's just like, he's just like not phased right now. He's just like not part of this conversation. He's out like the light. He's just like, yo, you took me for my walk. I'm good, man. I'm living my best life. I don't know nothing about mental health. I'm crazy. That's all I know, and I live my crazy life. That's all. And he probably hot too, cause we don't have the air on in the living room right now. But don't worry, he's gonna sleep in the room with me, and I go to sleep with the air on, so I'll be alright. But yeah, you know, and it's just like crazy, cause for me, I think what makes it worse for me is I can't. Not that I don't have friends to go to or a therapist to talk to, and it's not like I don't have, Flash or whatever, but Flash can't talk, you know, and I can't always go to a therapist, because of financial reasons, like I want to, and I don't have any family members I can vent to about some of the issues I go to, and it's just hard. And I have some friends I can vent to about some of the stuff, but it's really hard because there's a lot of mental baggage and just baggage in my life that I've had to experience that I have to hold on to and I have to push to the side and I have to just accept that it happened. And it's a lot. And if anybody's going through that, I feel for you. I really do. I know it's hard. I'm not saying I have all the answers. Um, I'm saying I get it. And if you want to talk, you can always reach out to me on my social media. You can comment down below. Um, and just like let me know. Or let me know if you want me to continue talking about this topic with Flash over here and knock the fuck out. Um, and I'll talk more. And if there's a particular form of mental illness that you want me to like mainly focus on, I'll mainly focus on it and record a video about it. Bunny. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Follow him on Instagram. He got his own Instagram page. He's trying to build up his following. So he could be a animal superstar. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.